Hi and welcome to another Bricks motion tutorial. In this video I want to show you how to build these pop-out videos. We will use some custom HTML and some custom jQuery, and then we will animate it with Bricksforge. So let's go. In Bricks we will start with a section and give it a height of 100 VH and give it a background color of black. And we want to align everything to the center. Inside of the section we will insert a container where everything is aligned to the center. Inside of it we will start with a code block, and what we are doing here is we want to wrap the text and the video element inside of a video trigger item. For now the video span element is empty, and we will use some jQuery later on to insert our video wrappers inside of this span element. We will then give the code block a width of 80%, and of course you can adjust these typography settings to your needs. After that we will add some custom CSS where we target the video span element and give it a display of inline block, set the position to relative, give it some height and width values, and I also added some margin to the left and to the right. I'm using EM here, so it's relative to the parent font size. So if we reduce the parent font size, the videos will scale down too, so it's fully responsive. I also set the overflow to hidden, so the video element will not overflow the video span element. The video trigger will get a position of relative, so we can work with the Z index value. We will now add our first video wrapper. So we will add a new div, give it a class of video wrapper, and this will just be an empty div with a class of video wrapper. Inside of the wrapper, we will insert a video element. That's a native Bricks video element. And I want to autoplay it and I want to loop it. So to make sure that it's autoplaying, we need to mute the video. I also gave the video a width and a height, which is exactly the same as the video span element, and I set the Z index value to 0. I resetted the background color to a full transparent black, and I'm targeting the HTML video element inside of the Bricks video element and gave it an object fit of cover. After that we can duplicate the video wrapper. In my case it's 3 times. And now we will have a look at the jQuery code. We will open the Bricksforge panel and go to events and add a new event. In this case it's a page load event, so on page load we want to execute some JavaScript, which is this jQuery code. What we are doing here is we are looking for the video span element and assign it an index value, and inside of this function we will look for the next video wrapper and assign it the same index value. And then we want to insert the video wrapper inside of the video span. And we're doing this for every video span that's on the site. And that's all for the jQuery code. Make sure that you are loading jQuery. I just inserted it inside of the header scripts of Bricks. And then you should be good to go. All right. Everything is set up. We can now have a look at the animations. So we will add a new timeline. In my case, it's the video trigger item timeline, and the trigger is set to hover. And on hover of the video trigger item, we want to animate something. We also want to handle the triggers separately. So we are targeting the child elements inside of the video trigger item. So if I hover over purple, I want the matching video to pop out. And we also want to activate reverse on mouse leave, so everything goes backwards when we leave. The first target will be our video trigger, which is the text, and we just want to reduce the opacity to 0.8. The duration is set to 0.2, and that's it. After that we will add a new animation where we target the video span element, and we will animate it to a Z index of 2. Notice that you cannot animate the Z index value, but we can give it a new value. And then we want to scale the video. So I gave it a value of 3 on the x-axis and the value of 4 on the y-axis. You can adjust these values to your video size. And I also want to get rid of the border radius, so I set it to 0. I then give it a duration of 0.4 and set the ease to power 4 in out. And yes, that's it. You will find the jQuery code and the brick structure and the timelines on bricksmotion.co. I will put the link in the description. And if you want to share some love, you can subscribe to my channel and my newsletter. Thank you for joining, and see you in the next one.